And in retrospect, it looks like it was.
Finally, we've seen a lot of viral video, some of it musical in nature, over the revolution in Egypt. This is the music video that, as far as we can tell, has attracted the most hits. It's closing in on 1 million. The song's called Sut al-Hurriya, which means voice of freedom. It's mostly shot in Tahrir Square, where the singer, Amir Eid, gets protesters to sing or lip-sync his lyrics. Now, we only have time to show you some of this, but we've got the link to the entire track up on our Facebook page, where you can just click on the CC logo to get the closed captioning if you want to see the lyrics in English. We'll see you next time at the Listening Post.
نزلت وقلت أنا مش راجع وكتبت بدمي في كل شارع سمعنا اللي ما كانش سامع واتكسرت كل الموانع سلاحنا كان أحلامنا وبكرة واضح قدامنا من زمان بنستنى بندور مش لاقيين مكاننا سلاحنا كان أحلامنا صبح رايح قدامنا سلاحنا كان أحلامنا صبح رايح قدامنا في كل شارع في بلادي في كل شارع في بلادي صبح رايح قدامي.
Business Latest is brought to you by Qatar Gas, delivering energy to the world. Business Latest is brought to you by Qatar Gas, delivering energy to the world.
Afghanistan is faced with a huge challenge.
Relations have gone really sour between us and our allies.
We have inflicted considerable damage on the enemy.
The people who make international headlines.
Ultimately, the truth will out.
They want to stop this publication of information that embarrasses them.
Make time for Sir David Frost. Frost over the world. At this time on Al Jazeera.
Information travels in many ways. Opinions constantly formed. Knowledge passes in an instant.
If you want to communicate with those shaping the headlines, this is your chance to ask questions directly to the people making the news. Riz Khan, at this time on Al Jazeera.
All the news, all the time. aljazeera.net/English.
Libyan protesters show off their weapons in Benghazi, claiming they now control the city. Unrest too in the capital, Tripoli. Gaddafi's son warns of chaos.
We will be fighting each other. Forget about the oil and gas. We will be in disarray. We will go into chaos.
Welcome to Al Jazeera, live from Doha. I'm Fuli Batibo. It's 5 GMT, 7 in the morning in Libya. The latest from there in a moment. Plus, we'll be in Bahrain.
Zain al-Abidin down. Mubarak down. Al Khalifa down, down, down.
The Bahrainis calling for their rulers to go say they'll never quit. And the worst drought to hit China's Shandong province for 2 centuries. The search is on for water.
The plan is to dig 60 meters deep into the ground.
Well, people in Libya are waking to an offer by Colonel Gaddafi's son for talks to end almost a week of protests against his father's rule. While proposing dialogue in a televised address overnight, Saif al-Islam Gaddafi said his father would not give in. Stephanie Decker has the latest.
Benghazi celebrates. Protesters say they have taken control of the city, and there are claims that an army unit helped them do it. It's a stark contrast to just 24 hours earlier, when Libya's second city saw some of the worst fighting. Unrest has spread across the country, and that's prompted a strong defense from the leader's second oldest son. Gaddafi is not going anywhere.
The leader, Muammar Gaddafi, is leading the battle, and armed forces are with him, and tens of thousands are coming to Tripoli in his support. We will not give up Libya. We will fight until the last man, the last woman, until the last bit of energy.
That fight has now reached the capital, Tripoli. Reports of violent clashes breaking out on Sunday night.
Snipers on the roof, guns were following us. We all ran away. One man died in front of us. We see he was shot down. Everyone, it was chaos. It was chaos.
There are also claims that hired killers were in control of the Green Square in the capital.
There was no presence of the military or the army. It was actually the missionaries or the thugs, African thugs, that were shipped in or flown into Libya over the past 4 days. They were heavily armed. We had some of the retreats from the protesters coming back and giving us the feedback that there were a huge number of dead on the square.
We haven't been able to verify the claims of mercenaries operating in the country, nor how many people have died. One human rights group estimates that number to be over 200 in the last 5 days alone. The government has cut off the internet, and journalists are being refused entry, making it that much harder to get a clear idea of what is really going on. Stephanie Decker, Al Jazeera.
So let's take a closer look now at who Saif al-Islam al-Gaddafi is. The 38-year-old is the second oldest of Muammar Gaddafi's 7 sons. Widely regarded by the West as the friendlier face to Libya, he's helped lead talks which resulted in Tripoli renouncing nuclear weapons and ended decades of isolation by the West. He advocates political and economic reform. As a result, he's clashed with conservatives, including members of his own family. And the government has restricted activities of 2 newspapers he's involved with. Now, Saif al-Islam is regularly tipped to take over from his father, but his renounced formal politics